Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Hope everyone's having a blessed Sunday, especially on this Mother's Day. This is the day to uh, celebrate the mother figure or your mother in your life. So shout out to all the mothers that's the true mothers that's holding it down and um, basically taking care of their children and being a rock in the family.
Happy Mother's Day.
What up, Coach? What's good? Good, brother.
Good evening, gentlemen. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Hopefully, everyone is doing well this evening.
What's up, Coach?
I'm blessed and highly favored. How y'all gentlemen doing?
Same, man. Bless as well, man. Another day.
And we got the legendary Big Joe Townsend. What's going on, brother?
Salute to the family. Happy Sunday. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today?
All is well. How you doing, Big Joe?
Mother's Day. I got family in town. I'm cooking right now. Cooking black eyed peas. Cooking ribeye steak. Got cornbread, baked potato. Yada. It's a good day. You feel me?
Yeah, can't forget the
Hell
side
yeah.
chicks, Can't forget the side chicks, Big Joe.
Hey, brother. Hey, I'm just saying them too. Hey, shout out to the aunties, grandmothers, girlfriends, wives, side chicks, everybody.
Shout out, man.
Shout out.
But y'all know we usually go 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. But past few shows we want to experiment around this time frame, so we won't bump heads with the other LDBC brothers and sisters. But I think next year I might want to go back to 7. Just seeing a few differences, but it's all good. Um, but my brothers, man, thank y'all for joining me, especially on this day where you celebrate the mother figures in your life. So I appreciate you, brothers, man. But what we gonna do is we just gonna go ahead and attack the topic. Basically, fellas, from this year's draft, which player you think is gonna basically show their ass this year? Which rookie player? It doesn't really have to be a play. It can be a player on your team. Your team. It could be somebody that you had your eye on, that you wanted your team to draft, but they were drafted with another squad. It doesn't matter. And also, we can talk about the player that wasn't drafted, that should have been drafted, that you think will basically be better than a lot of the players that was drafted. And Coach, me and you and Big Joe, us, talk about the HBCU players that wasn't drafted. We got a lot of them. We can chop it up about. But starting with you, Big Joe, which player to you think will basically perform this year from this rookie class?
Out of the first round or just in general?
You can be first round in general. Don't matter.
Mm.
And
Well, like I said in the group chat, Caleb Williams has the best. He's in the best situation for him to win. I mean, the Chicago Bears, they pretty much put all the star players around him that he needed to succeed, wide receivers, running backs, or whatnot, the same players that Justin Fields would have flourished with, but that's a different story. So I think Caleb Williams is in the best situation to win, and then so that's my one. And then if I had to pick two more, like I said, I will pick Xavier Worthy. I mean, he's going to the Chiefs. They're already a
Mm.
championship team. Kelsey's still gonna get doubled. It's gonna be. I don't know what's gonna happen to Rasheed Rice. It looked like he's gonna be out of a job. So, and he's playing with Patrick Mahomes. We're literally in the Patrick Mahomes era. So he's gonna have some deep balls. He run what 4.3, 4.25. So, he's gonna have a chance to go deep, and Patrick Mahomes can throw a deep ball. So that, and then Keon Coleman. Some people felt like his 4 point, his 4.640 wasn't fast enough. But from the tape that I saw, that boy can jump, that boy can catch. And I think Josh Allen gonna have a point to prove with Stephon Diggs talking about him. I think Keon Coleman gonna get the rock a lot. You know what I mean? I think Josh Allen and the Bills, they gonna make a point to say, Stephon, you ain't really who you say you are. Insert Keon Coleman. So those are the guys I think who gonna make an impact this year.
I agree. I think Caleb Williams, with the proper tools around him, weapons around him, I should say, definitely should flourish. So I definitely agree. Um, as far as Caleb Williams, Coach, what about you?
I'm gonna agree with Big Joe. I'm gonna say Caleb Williams. Now, is the offensive line gonna be sufficient? I think that's a big question mark for myself. But in terms of skilled players and them trying to do everything they could to allow him to be successful. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know getting the pick from the Carolina Panthers, it greatly benefited the Chicago Bears. But at the same token, I feel like they didn't give Justin Fields the same opportunity to be successful as they're giving Caleb Williams. Now, is he gonna be the generational talent that people said he was coming into the draft? I don't know about that aspect of it. That kind of remains to be seen. However, in terms of opportunity to be successful, because it's not like it was 20 years ago for incoming rookies. If you're going to be a starting quarterback your rookie year, Peyton Manning, as great as he was, he struggled mightily his rookie year. Troy Aikman did the same.
Yes,
Whereas nowadays,
yes,
in the days modern NFL, you know, players play 7-on-7. Since they like in middle school, they play 7-on-7. They play football year round. You see coverages, a variety of different coverages. I mean, just think about it. Like, like the mid to late 90s, even early 90s. Someone like, for example, Charlie Ward. Charlie Ward didn't get to start at Florida State to his junior senior year, and he won the Heisman Trophy. Nowadays, you got a lot of college players. They starting as true freshmen, and is only going up to the NFL level where, see somebody like CJ Stroud. He had an excellent rookie season this year. So the point I'm making is it's a different game than it was 20, 30, 40 years ago where, you know, back then it was difficult for a rookie to start and be successful. It's a different league now. Like I said, will he be a generational type talent? I don't know, but I think Caleb Williams is gonna have some success in rookie year.
okay, that's two for Caleb Williams. Okay, all right, JB, who you got?
Now this is gonna make me to be of a hypocrite because last show I kind of um got on the Ravens for drafting a cornerback. Even though I don't give a damn, I still think we should have went receiver. But I see what they're doing on defense, especially with our safeties with Marcus Williams and and forgot that boy named number 14 Hamilton.
Cal Hamilton. Yeah.
Cal Hamilton. I think Nate Wiggins is gonna have a good year this year. I think he's gonna be able to move around, play freely with knowing that he got some help over the top, some elite help over the top. I think that's gonna help him do what he need to do. And from not being a homer, I think I really like. And I'm just gonna pick two and be quiet. Um, I really like Neighbors with the Giants, and I like Marvin Harrison in at
Junior.
Marvin Harrison Jr. with the Cardinals. I think
Yeah,
so.
That's a good
I
one.
really like
That's
them
a good one.
dudes.
yeah, it
That's a
is.
good one.
It is.
I really like them dudes. And they said that Neighbors is out there showing his butt, but like I told Pops a couple of days ago. I mean, them dudes just run around in shorts. Everybody excited about the football season. When you can tell who gonna be good is when they put them pads up. So those are my some of my picks or players to look out for.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Uh, as you can see in the background, I just pulled up. I just googled the draft class of every team. As you can see, the Cardinals have Marvin Harrison Jr., uh, which I believe he will have a good rookie year. And then you have, uh, like for example, JB. What you think about? Because I know you was high on him. You want the Ravens to get him. What you think about Darius Robertson? You think he gonna eat with the Cardinals?
Darius Robertson,
Yeah,
the defensive end.
yeah, from Missouri. Yes.
He the best defensive end in the draft.
Hmm.
He's
Really,
one of
even better than Jared
he
Verse from Florida State.
yeah, yes, yes,
Mm.
yes. Watch his tape. He's just like Big Joe said. He's I forgot the dude name already for Florida State, the receiver
He
we
bet
want.
he. You saying he better than Latu from UCLA?
Yeah, him and Latu are pro ready. Latu and Robinson are pro ready
Hold on. What about
because
Dallas
Robinson
Turner?
got Dallas Turner is okay, but I've seen Dallas Turner when he had to
Oh,
use when he had now you a D lineman though. Now you
oh,
got to have multiple moves. That boy Robinson has multiple moves in
Multiple
his
yeah.
weapons.
pocket.
Yeah.
I like Chop Robinson. Yeah, yeah,
Latu,
he does. Yeah, I like Chop Robinson.
not Chop, but the dude from Missouri.
I
Chop is
like Chop
all
Rob.
athlete.
No,
You
Big
know,
Joe saying he like Chop Robinson.
I like Chop Robinson.
Okay. Well, Chop is decent. Chop is. I'm gonna tell you something. Chop is more like Oway.
Oh, he decent. He all right. But him right here though, yeah, Darius, yeah. Everybody else, yeah, they all right. But right here, I hear you. I hear you.
I
Now, if
feel
the
you,
boy
man.
don't
Chop.
perform, you got to eat that crow. You got to eat that whole entire plate, right? Mm.
Hey, I don't mind eating crow. You know what I'm
All right.
saying? We can. You know what I'm saying? But
I,
I just like what I see.
my
I
brother.
like
All
him
right.
getting
So
around that corner.
me and you, brother. All right. I got Chop. You got Darius. At the end of the year, we're gonna see what the stats are looking like.
Yes. Yes.
My brother. My brother.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
I'm writing it down. We're
My
gonna
brother.
Write it down. I just like him.
and
Look, what
and
is man
and
Shelton? If you don't get your ass out of here.
talking some damn Brock Purdy. Uh, J Bar, what's up, man? He said, "What up, Coach 67, Jared 011, JB Big Joe, what up? What up?
Whoa, what's up, J Bar?
I ain't gonna lie though.
DP Rock, what's up,
Without no
man?"
hating stuff. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jared.
I was saying deep shout out to DP Rocker, TWT, what up, family?
Without no hating shit, that was a good value pick for the 49ers getting a quarterback that can start like that and plug and play at the 7th round draft pick. That was a good pick, a
Man, that was
good
the
Don't
grace
draft
of
pick.
God.
don't get me started on Brock Purdy. But anyways,
That was the grace of God. Don't even try.
I'm just saying, bro.
Sup- Cadillac Red in the building. What's up, man? Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. What up?
Salute, Red.
Main event, Mark. What up, man?
Salute, man. Event
Salute, good
Mark.
brothers. All right. But for example, let's go to Atlanta, right? Let's say let's. I'm gonna go hypothetical, y'all. Let's say if Kirk Cousins go down, will Michael Penix Jr. ball out?
Yes, I think I think I like that pick. Everybody is bashing Atlanta. I love that pick for Mike, and I love that pick for Atlanta. That was a message sent to Kirk Cousins. Like, all right, dude, we paying you all this money, but if you messed up, you go out here and start throwing picks like you did in Washington and Minnesota. We got something for you. Love it.
Well, I think a lot of people bashing it from the perspective of they have so much money tied up in that particular position. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Right.
We know the quarterback position is the most glamorous position in the NFL. You'll be hard pressed to win the Super Bowl, like the Ravens did, without having the franchise quarterback. So it's not so much the fact that I don't think Penix was. I think Penix was an excellent pick. However, it's a bad pick when you consider the fact that they gave Kirk Cousins so much money for the situation you in. You could have just kept what you had and drafted Penix, or
True.
get a stopgap guy, a cheaper stopgap guy like maybe like a James Winston, and then turn around and draft Penix. And maybe you could do like a Steve McNair type situation where you let him sit for a year or two, whatever, however you want him to learn and develop. Then you plug and play. But for you to give Kirk Cousins this ridiculous amount of money, and then turn around and draft Michael Penix Jr., to me, it was stupid because you tying up so much money in that particular position. I think that's the thing people bashing. I don't think they're bashing the pick itself. I think they're
Right.
bashing the amount of money you tying up in that particular position.
You saying I 100% agree with what you're saying. I love the scenarios about them using a stopgap player or a bridge player, and then bringing in a draft pick. However, I'm just hearing a lot of people didn't like the pick with in general. However, Kirk Cousins has been hurt multiple seasons, and Kirk Cousins has been up and down. He's been very Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic ish. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
When
he coming
he
off it.
about 5 games,
He coming off.
he coming off an injury.
Yeah, coming off injury now.
He's coming off. That's what I'm saying though. So they believe in him, but they don't. So Penix was an insurance policy. So I mean, like you said, they could have brought in a Jameis Winston. That would be nice. But don't they got that other boy on there? That other what's his name? They
He
got
not.
from
He.
Cincinnati.
No, they traded him.
Oh, see. Well, see, I don't know who they got other than I don't be looking at Atlanta roster, but I just like to pick for their future. You know. So,
Yeah, I mean, and then of course he a black quarterback in Atlanta. I'm not saying he's gonna be the next Mike Vick, but if
oh
he's
no,
a productive quarterback, I'm sure he'll be beloved in the city of Atlanta.
all he needed to be is accurate like he was in college and get it to them weapons he got. Because Atlanta got
That's
weapons
it.
now. So
That's it. That's all you need.
And a defense and a running game. So yeah, they straight.
Yeah,
boy,
but
Atlanta gonna whoop y'all ass this year, coach.
I I doubt that very seriously, bro.
Y'all got I mean I'm rooting for my boy. I don't like everybody bashing my boy, but they get all these other. I seen worse than uh what's y'all boy from South Carolina, Spencer. I seen worse get drafted than Spencer, and one of them is damn Devin Leary.
don't get me started on that.
I'd rather have Spencer than Devin Leary. Shit.
I don't know. It might come a point where I'd rather have Spencer than Derek Carr, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely will see. But let's move on to the other teams. So you see Atlanta. Everybody somewhat agrees
You
that
just gonna skip me, brother? You just gonna skip me, brother?
Yeah, man,
oh,
you
you
going?
could have said my bad. You could have said something.
You just gonna
Yeah,
skip
you
Go
me?
going?
ahead,
You
BB.
going
Oh
Big Joe,
Lord,
man?
have mercy. See how you
Yeah,
brothers
man.
do you,
Yeah, man. You be
man,
excluding Big Joe, man.
Get him,
Hey,
Joe. Get him, Joe.
man.
hey,
How
football
many of
player.
us
Everybody
have
can eat.
them? How many of us have them? Nothing. No,
My bad, Big Joe. Go ahead, man.
no, you good, homie. I'm messing with you. No, I think no. As a former Oakland Raiders fan who is now coming around to be a Las Vegas Raiders fan, only because of the head coach. That's the only reason. You know what I mean? But um, I wish the Raiders would have got Michael Penix Jr. So the fact that the Falcons got him, you know, that's a great pick for him. I understand that they gave Kirk Cousins all that money, and we know Kirk Cousins been getting a whole lot of money in the NFL. I mean, he looked like some of the older sons. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. So they can relate to him, so they don't mind giving him money. So, um, but yeah, I mean, he's coming off an injury. Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix, he had like a little injury, like a little shoulder injury. Some folks are questioning, what he gonna do. So, you know, draft a quarterback, have him sit behind the vet, have him learn, but also have him ready because Kirk Cousins is fragile. So he is a possibility. He might get folded up, and we're going to insert. He might not be Michael Vick 2.0. He might be Michael Vick 15.0. But the last black quarterback that had Atlanta with a do rag was Michael Vick. So Michael Penix is an experienced quarterback. He's an older rookie. I think he's like 25, 26. Last time he played was in a national championship game, so he played under the big lights.
Hmm.
So it's gonna be good for him, man. From what I remember, if I recall, when Kirk Cousins got drafted by the Redskins, RG3 was the quarterback for the Redskins. So it's funny
Yes,
how
Lord.
things come full circle, in the NFL. So
Isn't that funny?
so Kurt, Atlanta tried, with Matty Ice, all the ice that melted now. Polar bears can't swim. Polar bears are drowning now because no more ice in Atlanta. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, they about to be
So
extinct.
They tried. I think his name is Riddler or Riddle. Hey, hey. Last time I heard, Heath Ledger's dead. So no more riddles over here. So, but oh my bad. I'm sorry. So yeah. So now we're gonna insert Kirk Cousins. As Shannon Sharp said, everybody favorite cousin. My cousin. So, but I guarantee he won't get folded by week 10, and then we're gonna insert Michael Penix Jr. Atlanta is predominantly a black area, and Michael Penix Jr. does have a black wife. A lot of folks are pointing out all these draftees having, you know, other races of women, but this is a black brother who has a black wife in Atlanta. I think he's gonna do well.
And just to kind of elaborate on that, what Big Joe
I
was
agree. Go
saying,
ahead.
hey, Desmond Ritter was not the answer by no stretch. But truthfully speaking, as a Saints fan, I was hoping they kept Desmond Ritter, but they saw the handwriting on the wall for one. And as a Saints fan, I wouldn't mind having Michael Penix Jr. in New Orleans either. I mean, Spencer Rattler cool, but I'd rather Michael Penix Jr. My
Hey,
preference.
hey, yo, what happened to Spencer? Spencer was the number one recruit. He's gonna be this and Gatorade Player of the Year, and my man got drafted in the fourth round,
No, fifth
fifth
round.
round.
Fifth round, yeah. Well, the thing about it is,
I,
he he got beat out. He got beat out by Caleb Williams in Oklahoma for one, and then second of all, the way they talk, like the whole Netflix thing he had.
Mm.
A lot of NFL teams they didn't want to touch him with a 10-foot pole because it made him look like he got a lot of character flaws. So that's why he fell so
Ooh,
far, even though he's
you know,
extremely talented.
you
But
know who that remind me of?
who?
My man, the so-called LeBron James of high school football, Jimmy Clausen. That's who he remind me of.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And Jimmy
that
Jimmy
boy
Clausen.
Clausen.
said
Hey,
Jimmy Clausen.
hey, hey, hey. That man was so from being from Cali. Jimmy Clausen. Oh my God. LeBron James of high school football. Oh my God. I'm like, who? Jimmy Clausen. Oh, he's going to Notre Dame. And what he do? Last time I heard about Jimmy Clausen, well, he tried to extort $1 million out of Cam Newton. After that, I ain't heard of him since. So
Oh yeah, Cam buried his ass.
hey.
Doing some
Thank
shout
God.
out. Yeah, doing some shout out in the chat. Shoot, salute the Soul Power man. He saluting main event Mark. Okay, salute, man. Appreciate y'all brothers, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, share. I would greatly appreciate it. Share and subscribe. But I got a question for you, Big Joe. I know you want the quarterback. I definitely understand that, but What you think about this pick, Brock Bowers? He was rated the number one tight end in the overall draft. You think he gonna eat?
I like the pick. I
Yeah.
like the pick. Honestly, we need to start filling these positions up. I mean, Waller is gone. You know, what I mean, he's out of there. He's in New York now, so we need to start getting some. You know, we need to start getting some motion. But this pick don't matter if we ain't got no quarterback. I mean, what? Who gonna throw him the ball? You know what I mean?
Y'all
So
got
Good point.
it.
y'all got Gardner Minshew.
Uh, like I said, who gonna throw him the ball? You know, so it's a great pick. But we see what happened to my dog Pittman with the Falcons. He ain't getting no run either. Everybody's questioning him now because can't nobody get him the ball. You know, so I think I
Good
think
point.
I
Good
think
point.
Brock I think Brock is a good pick. He's a phenomenal player. He can boogie. You know, he got a little Travis Kelce ish a little bit, but you can't show your ability if you can't have the ball in your hand. And Gardner Minshew was on what, like his third, fourth team, something like that. So
Yeah.
you know, great pick, bad timing.
Right, he's a Ryan Fitzpatrick type quarterback. Will win you 5 games, maybe seven. But when y'all getting around playoff time, when y'all competing with the playoff, he will show
Fold.
you why he's a backup quarterback.
Yep.
We call that a placeholder. So
Yeah.
it sounds like you keeping him there, so maybe you can get Shador Sanders next year. Anyway, I'm just saying.
Mm, mm.
Oops.
That's a thought.
That boy Town said this is checkers, not chess. What the Raiders doing?
Yeah, but on the one of the other picks that I like the Raiders um drafted, which I definitely agree. I think they definitely should have got a quarterback, but JPJ Jackson Powers Johnson and a lot of people's board, he's probably the best center in the draft. So I think as far as center or guard, whatever position he choose to play, y'all won't have a problem there. Could be wrong, but like JB said, look at the tape. Look at the tape. All right, let's. I'm about to pick on the Saints real fast. Let me see. Let's go to New Orleans. Coach, what you think about your first round tackle, Talise Fuaga? What you think about that?
I felt like Fawaga was the best player available at their position of need. You know, they needed some help on the offensive line because, like we always talk about, Trevor Penning is flat out trash. The Saints really haven't been the same since they let go Teron Armstead and he went to the Dolphins. Uh, so, you know, and of course, Cesar Ruiz, he ended up being a bust, both him and Trevor Penning. So the Saints needed some offensive line help. So I think it was a good pickup. You know, I felt like he was the best player available. I think they ended up, making a good move. So, I mean, I think they did what they could. Realistically, I felt like with, getting trouble, I mean, not Trevor Penny, I mean, with Fawaga and with Kool-Aid McKinstry and with Spencer Rattler, I felt like pretty much with every pick, they got good value. I think that's why so many people giving them A's and A minuses. Personally, I gave them a B plus. But like my cousin King Ray say all the time, you really can't evaluate a draft class until after the season, and in some instances,
Yes, sir.
maybe even years down the line. But at the end of the day, I felt like this probably was the best draft class they had. Since they got Alvin Kamara and Ryan Ramczyk and Lattimore in that one class. I think this is the best draft class they had since that particular class. I'm not saying it's going to be as good, but I felt like with each pick they got good value. Even down the line with Bub Means, I felt like they did well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fuaga a monster.
Yeah, he a road grader. Salute to my brother Trill Will,
Salute Will.
LGBC or nothing.
Salute Will.
Salute, brother. Love you, brother.
Salute.
And my brother Anthony Bolton, man, Memphis finest. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, main event, Mark. I'm definitely looking forward to this season, brother. Definitely. Um, but yeah, I agree. I believe he. I know there's other tackles that a lot of people said was better than, like Joe Alt. Uh, was rated higher than Fuaga, and who's the other one? Um, the dude from Oklahoma. I'm blanking on his name, but
The one that Cowboys got?
yeah, the one that the Cowboys.
Hell no. He ain't better than Fuang.
That's what a lot of people had on their board. Not mine, but I agree. Talise Fuaga is a definitely. I feel you can just plug him in and he'll do well, even as a rookie. And I definitely feel in that Kool Aid McKinstry uh, pick. He was a
It's
dog.
okay.
What, you don't like Kool Aid? You don't like Kool Aid
Man,
McKinstry?
man, Kool-Aid about to turn into iced tea in the dang NFL.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I mean, hey, I'm gonna keep it real. I feel like for what they were drafting, he just kind of fell in their lap. They didn't have to move up to get him too much. I mean, it did, but I felt like, and then not only that, but Lattimore, he getting along in the two. If it would have been me, I'd have tried to move Lattimore. And I know a lot of people like,
I was
oh man, coach, you crazy. But Lattimore is injury prone. He in the twilight of his career. That secondary need to get younger. I mean, they already got Paulson, the Debo. They got Alontae Taylor. I think Kool-Aid McKinstry, he'll fit in good with those two. Man, I ain't gonna lie, the same secondary moving in the right direction. I just felt like they needed to get a strong safety to kind of replace
right.
the Honey Badger. The Honey Badger, I mean, it ain't like he the
I
Honey
agree.
Badger that was at LSU. That guy that was at LSU, that dude, he was a monster. At this point here, man, he's slower than pound water, like my uncle would say.
damn, not pound.
But shout out to Sip the Tally. I be watching film on these guys. So, like when I say that I like Robinson better than Chop, it ain't. Chop is a good player, and like Joe said, like at the end of the season, I might be wrong, but I just like what I see on film. And Kool-Aid be getting beat. Kool-Aid be relying on his speed too much. You know what I'm saying? And that Bama, some of these guys on that secondary be getting saved by the Alabama defensive line. You know what I'm saying? They be getting to the quarterback. So that's why I never really trust a Bama DB like that. Marlon Humphrey is turned out, but he even get beat sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's more of
Hmm.
a Prince corner. You know what I'm saying? He'll knock the shit out you, before you run your route. But Kool Aid might be good for y'all. He might be decent for y'all. I just didn't. I wouldn't pick Kool Aid.
I mean, the secondary, the Saints already
evil
got.
ass laugh, Big Joe.
Hey, the Saints already got a good secondary for one. So I think he just. I mean, even if you put him, if they keep Lattimore, if you put him at dime back, I mean, damn. I mean, if he can't stick to the fourth best receiver on your team, I mean, we need an NFL for, you know what I'm saying? So I
Right,
think in terms of value, I think he a good pick. And let's keep it real. Lattimore gonna get hurt at some point during the course of the season. So if you moving from dime to nickel, I mean, he's still doing good. So I think
right,
at the end of the day, I think he a good value pick. And then in addition to that, you know, some people have certain players rated higher, this, that, and the third. You know, like one of these draft these GMs said years ago, who in the hell is Mel Kiper Jr.? So in a lot of instances, people got this guy rated this guy here and this guy rated there. We don't know what they're gonna do till they get on the field. Because I've seen a lot of teams win games on paper, but you don't win games on paper, win games on the field. So I mean, he'll have to prove or disprove how good he really is when he step on the field. So time will tell what he really is.
right.
Hold,
Yeah,
I,
time
I
definitely
mean,
tell. Oh, hold on, Big Joe. Who's the evil Villain
No,
laughing.
no, no. I'm just laughing, because you know, you know, because from what I remember, like you saying that I've seen, yeah, I did see a lot of Alabama cornerbacks. They did what they was getting burnt, and if the we have weapons, it's easy to mask, your deficiencies when you got a good D line, when you got a good linebacking core. Even if you get
Right,
beat, if the quarterback gets sacked, nobody see you get beat. But
right.
if I remember, isn't Nick Saban the DB coach?
Damn.
Isn't Nick Saban the DB guru? He's always cussing everybody out. So he's coaching these players up. So I'm just saying, like you said, like Kool-Aid got speed. You can easily fix that with coaching. You can easily fix that, with schematics or whatnot. But all I know is, somebody was a DB coach in Alabama. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Well, I mean,
True.
I'm gonna keep it true. You could be the best DB in the world. Every DB get beat. Hell, I mean, the most dominant corner I saw probably in recent history was, some people say Jalen Ramsey. I'm not even gonna say him. I'm gonna say Darrell Reeves Island. Hell, he was locking everybody down. And even he'll get beat every once in a while. So, I mean, we got to give some of these DBs some grace. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point, Coach. That's a good point.
Okay,
Because
I
I
see you
wasn't
coming to the
really.
defense. Okay,
I,
okay.
I mean that's what he's supposed to do. That's what I'm
Hold on,
talking
hold on.
about.
First of all,
Put him defense of his
no,
team.
no. That's what he's supposed to, because he had Fred Thomas playing for his
Oh,
Saints.
Man,
That's all
bro.
oh.
I got to say.
First of all, I'm gonna keep it real. First of all, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't care what nobody say. Fred Thomas was not as bad a DB as people said he was. And it was the fact that they stupid scheme, they played all this damn cover one. As a middle school head football coach, I play a lot of cover one. Man, you can't play a lot of cover one in the NFL, leave these dudes on the island all the time. Even in the NFC Championship game, everybody talk about him getting beat deep. Man, bro, realistically, he was in good position. That was a bad pass, and guess what? Your boy Bernard Berriman made a hell of a play. So realistically, he was in the right position. He's where he was supposed to be. So at the end of the day, when people was talking about Fred Thomas was
Bernard
trash,
Berry.
when
Tell him, coach. Tell him,
talking about
coach.
Fred Thomas was trash, man, Fred Thomas was a way better DB than people really. I watch the Saints play every game. Fred Thomas was a damn
Mm,
good DB. At the end of the day, I felt like he was getting a lot of flack. Talking about, oh, he was smoked sausage and burnt toast and this, that, and the third. Man, Fred
mm.
Thomas was way better than people get. He was
Coach,
way better than people
What he
give him
said.
credit for.
What he said.
I hear you, but all I got to say is Frank Walker could cover Bernard Berry. But anyway,
Ooh.
Frank Walker. Jesus. Don't bring Frank Walker. Hey, stop. I'd rather have Fred than Frank now. Come on. Good God Almighty. But I remember them boys, the Saints had what's Rex Ryan, bro? They had
Rob Ryan.
Rob Ryan at their defensive coordinator. Them boys was hot dog water, bro.
Da-
Good God Almighty.
Darren Sharper. He played safety, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh no, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Greg Williams defense, Darren Sharper made everything look good on the back end that Super Bowl year. But
Mm-hmm.
after that next year, when teams started to catch up to all them blitz packages, it just really wasn't hitting the same no more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
True.
Everybody got 1 year till you get figured out. That's the NFL.
Oh,
Well,
yep.
Roman Harper did take over and did a good job after Darren left.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I'll
man,
give him
man.
that.
Farmer Harper was getting beat all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna keep
Oh.
it 100.
Ro-
He
Roman
was a
Harper was a is a
Oh.
package DB,
no.
package strong safety.
Man, you doing
That's
my
what
dog Harp like this? Oh,
man.
come on.
Big Joe. I'm keeping it real.
Oh.
Roman Harper was a
So
strong
right,
safety.
man.
No, look, he was a strong safety, and he
Right,
was good. He was good as the eighth man in the box, and as a blitzer and
right,
all that type of stuff. But a lot of times,
right,
defenses knew. I mean, because you can't expect a strong safety to get here, and you put them on an island in man-to-man coverage. So a lot of times, what defenses would do, they would go to their five wide package, and it would exploit Roman Harper. Now, if you get Roman Harper in a box, is an extra uh, uh, linebacker type player, oh, he was gonna knock your helmet off. But if you put him out in coverage, like he was a fish out of water. So in terms of his coverage skills, he was trash. In terms as a somebody that gonna knock your helmet off, oh, he was that guy. So my point is, a lot of times they used to put him in compromising situation from a defensive standpoint.
That boy sound like Bernard Pollard.
Well,
Yeah,
you gotta realize how many strong safeties could really get out here. You know, it's more of a nickel okay 4-2-5, but these strong safeties got to be able to cover more in today's NFL. But I don't care if we going back to old Saints DBs like Sammy Knight or whoever. Strong safeties traditionally can't cover like your normal slot corner, your normal
Right.
nickel back dime back or whatever. So he was good as a linebacker, as an extra strong safety in the box, extra man in the box. But as a cover guy, man, Roman Harper was trash, point blank.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not.
mean,
I'm
I
not saying Roman Harper was, and I'm not saying that you're saying this, but what my point was, it could have been worse. Roman Harper was not a good cover safety whatsoever, but for run support or knocking the ball out, he was the man.
Oh no, he was
Man,
the man in that regard.
hold on, cuz, hold on. We talking about Ron Harper, and y'all had Eli Apple. What you getting on Ron Harper?
Man, Eli Apple was trash. Hey,
Oh, okay, okay. I'm
hey,
just checking now. I'm just
no,
saying now. All right,
no.
all right
Eli,
now.
no. Oh.
I'm
Let me
just
rephrase
saying
that,
now.
Big
Hold
Joe.
on.
Let me rephrase that, Big Joe. Eli Apple wasn't trash. Eli Apple was toxic waste. And for him to get here,
Oh no.
to the Super Bowl and talking about New Orleans is the worst city and New Orleans is trash, New Orleans this, that, guess what? If you wouldn't have them two dogs, one of them came from New Orleans and Hendrickson, and the other one Hubbard. If you wouldn't have them two bookends, man, your ass to get beat all the goddamn time. Eli Apple is extra trash. I'm gonna keep it 100. They should have left
Mm,
Eli Apple in the rotten apple in New York. That's how trash he was as a
mm.
Damn,
DB.
You said cover biohazard. Good God.
good
Man,
God.
that boy was
And shout
terrible.
out to
Good
Anthony
God.
Bolton, because I'm gonna get on us, JB, our Ravens. Andy Bolton said, I think Keon Coleman, who was drafted by the Buffalo Bills, could
Uh-huh.
shine as a rookie. That's who I wanted my
Mm-hmm.
Ravens to get in the first round. But we got a corner. Now, all right, here we go. So we drafted, a lot of Ravens fans ain't gonna like me for this, but hell, I'm gonna say it. We drafted, and I want y'all to really think about what I'm saying. We drafted Nate Wiggins, who was the fastest corner in the draft, running a 4.2, right? Um, Being an ACC guy and knowing about Clemson defensive backs, when was the last time you seen an All-Pro Clemson defensive back since Brian Dawkins? Think about it.
damn.
Well, Clemson is we used to be well, they were trying to be called D line U, but yeah, I don't know about them producing good corners.
Exactly.
And that's why I didn't like this pick. But even though I stand on what I said, I think he's gonna be okay because what he had over him, just like what Coach said about Eli Apple, when he had Hubbard, he had a good line and he had a pretty good safeties on top of him when he was with Cincinnati. I think Wiggins is gonna be okay, but I dislike this pick because Lamar needed a weapon. Okay, they needed a weapon. Um,
JB,
hopefully, Brashad.
the only decent corner that Clemson produced was Byron Maxwell. Let that sink in.
Man, that's like 2015, 14,
And yeah, he was the
13.
third corner on that Legion of Boom, and he was the weak link.
Well, I mean,
No,
I
excuse me,
guess they
fourth.
get. I guess they
Fourth.
bring out good corners every 15 years plus more. I don't know.
I
I
just hope
just
I hope he just breaks the mold of as far as Clemson not producing that many great defensive backs. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I'm wish the brother luck. Cause let me tell you something. If he don't work out well, I'm roasting the shit out of Eric DeCosta in it. So
Yeah,
and like Anthony Bolton said, if Keon Coleman go out there and show his ass in Buffalo, I'm a Flock Nation gonna let them know. Especially all the boys from the round table, the Raiders
yeah.
round table. We gonna because there was no reasons why we shouldn't have got Lamar a weapon. None, because they was there.
Shouldn't have been no reason.
And
Yeah, you're
shout
right.
out, I'm happy we got the Tar Heel. Shout out to UNC.
Devontae
Um,
Walker, but they were better.
Devontae Walker.
But go ahead and say it, cause
There was
I'm
better
about to.
receivers there.
There you go.
There was
We
better
Tar Heel
receivers on the
fans,
board.
but there were better wide receivers on the board. And I believe Keon Coleman is a better wide receiver than Devontae Walker. And of course, we hopefully we wrong. I'm praying to God I'm wrong. But just looking at the tape. Um, salute to Big Reg, host of the Big Boy Talk. Salute my brother. Thank you for joining. Uh, he said Anthony Bolton said to be the NFL to be fair, the NFL don't allow true bump and run coverage anymore. That's true. So the DBs are hampered by the rules. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, these DBs, boy, they gotta babysit these receivers now. I'm used to playing in the type of sport or watching the type of sport and playing with people you just got the shit knocked out of you. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody getting CTEs and the concussions and everything, but you know, and they changing the rules trying to make it safe. Now they gotta wear a big condom on their head now, so the practice. So hey,
I mean, that's why I laugh at Austin Rivers saying that they got 30 NBA players that he could stick in the NFL right now, dude. There's a physical component to the NFL that is not in the NBA. Man, hey, bro, you put one of these long, slender dudes in the slot, man, guess what? One of these DBs gonna try to knock their helmet off. I'll
Exactly.
fold them up. I'll fold them up like a long chair, whichever one comes first.
and to that point, Coach Rivers, that Austin Rivers need to hush because they can't. The NBA can't play the defense like they played in the '90s, where they can put their hands on you. Like when the point guard versus point guard, and before they start the drive, you know what I'm saying, they can put their hands on you like a Ron Harper or something like that. Now you can't touch nobody no more. So
But this is the thing about it though. Even if you look at the bad boy Pistons from the late '80s, dude, as physical as that was, that's mild compared to what an NFL player do. You talking about running the slant, going over the middle. I ain't even
hmm
talking about. I ain't talking about the Ronnie Lott days in the '80s and the '90s. I'm talking about even now. There's a physical component to the NFL that a lot of these NBA players cannot handle.
Yeah,
Austin
Austin
Rivers,
Rivers tripping, man.
Austin Rivers played for the Pelicans. I watched Austin Rivers play a lot. Austin Rivers would not be able to handle the physicality of the NFL. Trust me.
no, no. If he would have took one of them hits like Reggie Bush took against when Shelton
Sheldon
Brown
Brown, yeah.
popped his ass, I don't nah, bro.
In fact, they showed Draymond Green playing flex tight end at Michigan State. Dude, he couldn't even get off the line of scrimmage. And then they tried to high point the ball, and he couldn't even get it. So I'm like, nah, bro, that sounds good in theory, but they're two different leagues for a reason. There's a reason why if you don't play college football, even if you are a basketball player, you got basketball players like Jimmy Graham, like Julius Peppers, but they played football and basketball in college. You just can't just jump from the NBA to the NFL and be an all-pro wide receiver DB or whatever. It ain't gonna happen, bro. You
Right.
got to make that transition at least in college. So
Joe Town, you the one that put us on that comment Austin Rivers made. What did you think about when you first saw it? Big Joe, can you hear me? You on mute. I think Big Joe still got to go stir or something. He cooking. He
uh,
literally cooking.
yeah, either that or you having some Wi-Fi issues, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, Austin Rivers need to have a seat somewhere. We not saying basketball ain't completely, but it's not as physical as football. Period. Nowhere near it. But JB, you think Keon Coleman with the
Man,
Buffalo Bills
my
definitely
bad,
going?
family.
No, you
My
good.
bad. I'm sorry. I'm
All right.
cooking black eyed peas and everything. You
Told
feel?
you.
My bad. I'm sorry. I
Told
apologize,
you.
man. I'm sorry.
No, you
I
good.
had
You
to
good.
stir it. I had to stir it up, and then need to add a little more water to it. I had to test it. My bad. I apologize.
You good. But I was saying, because you the one that first put us all on what Austin Rivers said. What did you think about that foolish comment he made when he first?
Uh, well, we live in a social media era. People are gonna say anything to kind of get attention. I didn't even know Austin Rivers was not playing no more, or not playing this season. I didn't even know he was even commentating. So nowadays, folks say things for shock value to get their name out there. But as far as what you say about 30 players going from the NBA to the NFL, I mean, are we talking long snappers? Maybe a long snapper. Um, but actually on the field playing a position, I doubt it. It's just two different athletic abilities and it's two different body structures. For a basketball player, you need to be light, nimble, and kind of be, almost like a bird almost, be willing to jump and, be we want to spin around, do things that, requires you to be a little lighter compared to being in the NFL. It's easy to do all that stuff on the basketball court when you ain't got no pads on. You ain't got no helmet, no shoulder pads, no thigh pads, and you run on grass. So only person I can see in the NBA make a good transition to the NFL is Zion Williamson. Zion could do it.
Maybe Anthony
I,
Edwards.
Maybe Anthony Edwards. I know AI back in the day. People said AI. Some like Russell Westbrook.
Maybe
there's a cup.
maybe
There's a
LeBron
couple.
about maybe LeBron about 15 years ago. And the
Maybe
thing
look.
and the thing
Hmm.
that another component that he really didn't realize, even those guys that like maybe a Zion, it would take them a few years to make that transition.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it. You know, NFL. I don't know. The Rocks League, the UFL. That's a good starting point to see where they're at. But from my experience, you have to play football to be in football shape and to see what's going on. You can't just plug somebody out and put them in pass. I know Antonio Gates did it. I know Jimmy Graham did it. Tony Gonzalez. But that's about three. We've had plenty of folks who ran track and tried out for football and they got blasted and never seen them again. So I know they're getting shot putters now, trying out for the NFL and everything, but basketball players, obviously the league is a little different now. People are not getting hit as hard. There's no Ronnie Lott, there's no Brian Dawkins, there's no Ray Lewis,
Bob
but
Sanders.
them Bob Sanders, but them boys are still getting hit now. Fred Warner ain't no slouch. So we got some boys out there who's still hitting, but just to
And
say
I,
that you can plug 30 guys and put them in the NBA, in the NFL, I mean, again, you got to go through off-season camp. You got to go through mini camps. You got to go through training camp. And NBA players don't like to get hit. The physicality is just different. Charles Barkley maybe could have played.
yeah,
Maybe
no,
Charles Oakley, maybe Rodman, but
but
30 players right now, I don't see it.
Barkley said that. If you look at his interview in Club Shit, he was like,
Yeah, he
man,
did say that.
I got the crowd beat out of me for a day. He was like, man, he need y'all
Yeah,
out here for real. After that day, he got all his pads and his helmet, his equipment, everything that day. He said at the end of that day, he turned it in. And then the thing, we
yeah.
don't realize it, but the Jimmy Graham and Tony Gonzalez. And these guys played both college football and
Ju-
college basketball. And
Julius
Tony,
Peppers.
yeah, and Julius Peppers. The only
Mhm.
outlier that really didn't play college football was Antonio Gates, and it took him a while to
Yeah.
transition to being the tight end he
It's,
was. He,
it's,
like you
And
said, he was
Tony
like
Gates was a freak, man.
yeah, he was a project player prospect for like a year before he really started to, the light bulb started to come on for him.
the only position, like I say, is long snapper and kicker. The placeholders are normally the second string quarterbacks, but kicker and long snapper. Anything else, you're gambling. Because again, the physicality is just different.
It
You
is.
have to love to get hit. You have to get hit on every play, and you got to get back up and do it again. This ain't going to practice, doing warm up, shooting around. I mean, when, it's 110 degrees outside, wet pads on, and y'all hitting on a Thursday. You know what I mean? So I mean, like it's like a mini car crash every collision. If you play
Every
college
play.
ball or a little bit in the NFL, you got a little CTE. I know I have it for sure. I've had multiple concussions. I've had concussions, and I played a whole game with a concussion before. So it's just totally different. We see a lot of these NBA players; they be flopping all over the place. You barely even breathe on them; they flopping. I love my dog, but LeBron is one of them.
Yes, Lord.
All these players flop. You can't flop on the football field. So if you flopping in the NBA, well, what does that tell me about your physicality and whatnot? So I just don't see it.
And
Only time NFL players flop when they trying to get a flag. That's it.
and the crazy thing he didn't point out is the fact that you know the physicality component of it is, which is very accurate. And like Big Joe said, it's two different body types. Football players tend to
Yes.
be more muscular. Basketball players are leaner. But another thing too, there's no load management in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? NBA contracts are fully guaranteed. Whereas after a certain point in NFL, like look at Mike Thomas for my Saints. Man, $100 million Mike, hey, he was coaching for a couple years, not really playing. But guess what? After a certain point, oh no, homie, we trying to cut you, or you're going to take a severe pay cut, which he did. And then they got tired of him being being problematic every offseason, so they just let him ride. So at the end of the day, it's comparing apples to oranges. Anytime you could see, people from the UFC struggle to transition to boxing, they're both combat sports, but it's
Yeah, it's
different.
just
It's,
it's just
it's
different.
levels to
Yeah.
everything. You can't just jump straight from the NFL to the NBA, the NBA to the NFL. It doesn't work that way.
They don't.
That's like saying because you're a great long jumper, you're gonna be the best hurdler. That's not true.
Nah, it's not.
No, it's
So
not.
just because you're the fastest 100 don't mean you can run a 400. It's everybody trained specifically for a reason. And like perfect example, Anquan Bolton broke his jaw during the game and kept on playing. You got NBA players, they fall on the ground, they roll around, one grabbing his head, one grabbing his knee. They go to commercial, they come back. Now he grabbing his ankle, he grabbing his shoulder. I mean,
Yeah,
Anthony Anthony
Antrell
Davis
Rowe
get
broke. I remember that game. Antrell Rowe broke. That
Anthony
Corporal
Davis get
jaw.
Anthony Davis get a hangnail, and guess what? He out for like 15 games.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, somebody bent his finger the wrong way. He out for another 15 games. So yeah, it's levels to this.
yeah.
Right.
Look what
You got players. Go ahead, Jerry.
look what Anthony Bolton put. He said Donovan McNabb also played college basketball for Syracuse, and he was their power forward at 6'3". I didn't know that.
And see, that's another thing too. Like, if you look at somebody like Randy Moss, he was 6'4".
Hmm.
He played with White Chocolate in high school, but you got to realize from a height component, he one of the tallest players, if not the tallest players on the NFL field, especially as a skill player. Whereas, in the NBA, it would be difficult for him to be a 6'4" shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? So, somebody that coached both football and basketball, in middle school, you got everybody could run track, play football and basketball. I'm talking about your top level athletes. Once you get to high school, it's only a small percentage of guys that can both excel in both track, football, and basketball. And then when you get to college, is a smaller percentage, But the higher you go up in level, some guys realize, hey, I'm gonna be a better football player than basketball player. So, because I mean, even looking at my high school, I went to Assumption High. You know, Brandon Jacobs and Tremont Williams was freshmen when I was a senior. They had this basketball player named DJ Owens who ended up playing for Georgetown. Now, Brandon Jacobs was 6'5" and 240 as a freshman. He ran like a 4'5", 4'4", 40. He was a good basketball player, but he was a rebounder, a good defensive player, but it was a different skill set. He ran a 100 in track. But when it came to football, you know, he's 6'5", he 240, he run a 4'5", 40. He running over literally everybody. So he realized early on, guess what? Football is my lane. And that's the reason why guys go, you know, LeBron, he played high school football. And Ohio is more of a football state than a basketball state. But guess what? He realized, hey, I'm 6'8". I'll be better if I play basketball than football. So at a certain point, athletes that play multiple sports, they realize, hey, either one of the coaches pull them to the side or agent or whoever pull them aside, like, hey, you'll be better off if you specialize in this sport. And that's why guys going in. You got multiple guys in the NBA that excelled in football, basketball, and track in high school. Some even in college too. But guys go in their particular sport for a reason because that's where they're gonna make the most money in that particular sport.
Another guy who has a phenomenal basketball highlight tape is Keon Coleman. He
Yeah, they
has
talked about him.
that boy is saucy on that basketball court. You dig what I'm
I
saying? But
saw.
he just flourishes. But again, like I forgot what somebody says. All the football players, they play basketball in the offseason to stay in shape. None of the basketball players play football to stay in shape. You know what I mean? So it's just totally different. You know what I mean? It's just
That's true. Main event Mark said, I bet Ant Man could play as a corner,
Nah,
secondary.
he play linebacker. He
No,
linebacker defensive end.
no, I see him more as a wide receiver, a tight end. You flex him, split him out wide like a Jimmy Graham type, especially with his aggression. And that's another thing too. You know, if somebody that coach both football and basketball, like people that are more football players, they tend to be more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those basketball players, they're like, oh man, you wild, you wild, you wild. Because guess what? It takes a different level of aggression to play football.
That's true. And Big Joe kind of led into my next question. Talk about Keon Coleman. You think Keon Coleman is going to have a good year as a rookie?
oh yeah,
I
yeah. I
think
mean like
so.
I think so too. I mean he's already a media darling. His interview that he has going viral. Everybody loves him. I mean Macy's messed up that brand deal. They should have hit him up for a brand deal, but whatever. Um, but yeah, I think Keon has a real shot. I know a lot of folks say the Bills are on the decline. A lot of folks say the Bills are decaying. What somebody told me, but I believe the coach, and I think Mr. Allen, aka I call him wannabe Cam Newton. I
Water
think he's
beyond Cam Newton.
yeah Waterboy Cam Newton. I think that he's gonna have a point to prove. He's gonna try to feel like, Stephon, we really ain't need you. You ain't who you are. And so Keon Coleman, watch me throw him the rock on, watch him get busy because, that boy talented. He may not, he run a 4.6, whatever, but it's difference between running a 40-yard dash and then you got game speed. Some guys run fast on the field and they doing a 40-yard dash. I mean, I'd rather have somebody run fast with pads on than run fast, doing a drill. So
Yeah, hey,
I
game speed is
yeah,
different. You right, Big Joe.
totally different.
And I ain't gonna lie,
So
he a dog. I ain't gonna lie, he a dog. You know.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Keon a dog, so I think he has a big opportunity. I say he gonna get anywhere between 900 to 1,200 yards and probably about anywhere between 6 to 8 touchdowns, something like that. That'll be as a rookie. That's pretty good.
I believe it,
Agreed.
but I think he's going to be more of a red zone target. So I'm going to go in reverse, Big Joe. I can believe he has the talent to do what you said, but I believe he's going to have 700 yards and 12 touchdowns. 12 or
Hey,
13.
I'll take it. Hey,
Because the Josh Allen is going to Just throw it up in the red zone. He gonna be there.
I mean, that basketball skill set gonna come in
So
playing the red zone.
so so then pretty much then he's by what Brandon Marshall.
Yeah, hell, he might
Okay.
even be better than Brandon Marshall. We'll see though. I know that people. I know Brandon Marshall been dancing the jig lately, but I'm just talking about his talent on the field. So Brandon Marshall was a dog, but I think Keon Coleman can be better, way better than Brandon Marshall. That's how highly I think of him, and that's why going to our pick, the Baltimore Ravens, JB. If Nate Wiggins don't turn out good, get John Harbaugh and EDC out of here, man. Especially John Harbaugh. Get him out. Get him out of here.
Agreed.
But moving forward, y'all, let's look at the Carolina Panthers. Starting with you, Big Joe, Xavier Leggett. What you think? Will we have a good rookie year?
They go up there, boy. Yes, I played a good football over there. You know, I've been running. I've been raising horses now 5 years old, baby. You know, I go out there. You know, we gonna do. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to him, man. You know, he's another
Yeah,
media darling too. Everybody's like, man, that boy country. But
yeah,
hey,
he from the sticks.
um,
Trust me, I know.
you know, I think he'll have a good year too. You know what I mean? I watched me after me watching his interview. You know, I did some more film on him. I think that boy can go. You know, I think it's just going to be hard in Carolina because they need so many pieces. You know, like they threw my man Bryce Young to the Wolves last year, so
They did,
it's gonna
man.
be it's gonna be hard for them to get off if they ain't got no O line and and other pieces
Hey,
around them. So I just you know uh it's a great pickup.
y'all,
I just again same thing with Brock Bowers. If you can't get the ball, you ain't gonna eat. So
Facts.
I think Bryce Young was the most sacked quarterback last year, I think, or something
He
like
was
that.
yeah.
But
he was the Shador Sanders of the NFL. Yep.
yeah, so great pickup, but if you ain't got no O line, it don't matter.
They O line
Hey,
is extra trash.
town, town coach,
What's
Jerry, you remember what? Y'all remember what Houston first that they team when the Texans start the
David
team
Carr?
first, yeah, David Carr.
Hmm.
That's what that Bryce Young season last year reminded me of. David Carr just fed his ass to the room with the Wolves.
And then the crazy thing about it is, had they been able to get that pick that they had to give up to the Bears, they could have, since they already have the franchise quarterback, they could have traded back and they could have picked up multiple pieces that they could have put in play to help him. Because the offensive line play is beyond trash at this point. Man,
I agree. That offensive line definitely needs to be attended to. But I like the Panthers. I like Bryce Young. I like Xavier Leggett. Now there's two players on this draft class I think may be gems and might even produce a little bit faster than Xavier Leggett. And that's a running back from Texas, Jonathan Brooks, and
Yeah, he a
tight end
dog.
and tight end Jatavian Sanders from Texas as well. Them two, especially Jonathan Brooks, gonna eat, in my opinion.
Yeah, but Xavier Leggett, he's a good, like you said, he's a good red zone target. You know what I'm saying? When you get close to the red zone, he like to use his body to create space. And he got some speed on him. He can run away from you. But and I
Uh,
like his personality. Go
what
ahead,
team did he go to?
Carolina,
Panthers.
Huh?
Carolina.
Carolina. Okay. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he hit a D tackle. He played D tackle, right?
No, Xavier Leggett.
No, I'm not talking about the dude y'all just talking about. You said a running
No.
back right from Texas.
Yeah, Jonathan Brooks. Yeah, from Texas,
Yeah.
and then Jatavian Sanders. They all went to Carolina. I was just saying on their draft
Sanders
class.
is a tight end.
Yeah, Jatavian
Oh, okay,
Sanders is
okay,
tight
okay,
end.
okay,
My
okay.
apologies if I
Oh,
confused
okay,
you.
okay. Well,
Uh,
again, if you ain't got no, if you ain't got no old line, don't none of that matter.
Yeah, they are offensive line is
back
super
to the
trash.
big ugly. You're right.
If you ain't got
Yeah.
no, we seen what in Colorado last year. You got all the weapons in the world. If you ain't got no old line, no, none of that matter.
But what fucked me up about Colorado, and I said this on Cadillac Red Show, even if your offensive line is that bad, still try to run the fucking ball
Man, for
I
to
mean,
real.
yeah, yeah,
at least try to fool them, do something. So,
we we
a
talked about
monster
that
like
last year. Yeah,
yeah, a
we
monster
talked
like
about
Joe
that.
Town gonna be in the middle like, oh, another run. Okay, thank you.
I
Another
mean,
tackle for
run.
loss.
I
Give me
mean,
another
we
pass.
Another
we
pass,
talked
yeah.
about
Excuse me, another
run the
pass.
balls. We talked about screens. We talked about draws. We talked
Double
about
passes.
something, bubble passes, something. But the only time I see him throw a screen is when Shador got hurt and he brought in the second string. That's the only time I see him throw a
Oh,
screen
Hell,
last year.
dropping back.
So hey,
hell, I take a flea flicker.
fle-
And hell, he talking about
hey,
he don't want his son to go to certain teams. Hell, he might not make it to the NFL if he keep getting his ass whooped like that.
Facts.
hey. Well, when Shador dropping rap songs now, so I'm just saying,
Well, you know that NIL money,
uh, you
you
know,
know, it took a lot of hunger out of a lot of certain individuals, you know.
hey,
Mm. Now we
we
will.
gonna see.
Now I meant what I said. I meant what I said. Let them fuck around and lose to North Dakota State first game. Let them fuck
Oof.
around losing to them Bison.
They play
Now the Bison got the
North
squad
Dakota
to
State.
do it. They got the pedigree to upset
Th-
any.
Have so they released the record or I mean, they released the schedule already?
Yeah, they playing them first.
Oh, let me look at this. Let me look at
Oof,
this
First
real quick.
game.
Let me look at
And
this.
oof.
and North Dakota State is one of them squad FCS squads. If you playing them and you don't let them know, you the big FBS squad and you ain't on my level, they gonna end up punching you in your mouth because they the Alabama of the FCS.
Okay, let me see. I'm looking at this schedule right here. Let me read this off to you. Let me see. This right? Do I got it right? What the hell?
And
Okay.
then on top of that, Ryan Garcia brought his crazy and loser energy to their locker room. So hey, that might jinx him for the whole season right there. You
Hey.
feel me?
So
Golly.
all right, y'all. So
Then
Colorado. I'll read off the schedule real quick for everybody. First game like I said, was in North Dakota State. The second one they play in Nebraska. After that, they play Colorado State rivalry. They play Baylor. They play UCF, Kansas State, Arizona, Cincinnati, Texas Tech, Utah, Kansas, and they finish off with Oklahoma State.
none of them teams is easy.
Well, except for
Baylor probably.
yeah,
Baylor, but that Baylor always got people that fast people on their team. All right, see, they always got speed. Even they sorry team. So that's gonna be interesting.
I tell you, a loss right
Um,
now. Utah's a loss right now already.
yeah,
yeah.
I'm throwing that
Utah.
out there. Utah's a loss. Arizona just got San Jose State's head coach, so we're gonna see what they're gonna do. Nebraska's been garbage, so I think that might be a win for them. But Colorado State, unfortunately, that was a close game last year. so so I'm
Might
not
have
sure
been
how good.
a stepping stone. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
and
not.
they went
I'm not. I'm
overtime.
not sure how good Oklahoma State is, but um, they got some. They got some games they can win. Got some games they can lose. We gonna see.
I'm just gonna put this in the pot, and that's gonna be it. If they lose to North Dakota State first game, that's it's gonna be a long season.
Well,
It's been one.
well,
It's been
hopefully,
one.
hopefully Ryan Garcia brought him some PDs to help him out. You know.
Hope it's something. Prime better get the recruiting. He winning in the he's he's winning in the transfer portal recruiting, but as for recruiting overall, he He like 130 something. That's not good. But anyway, let's get off of Coach Prime. Like me and Joe said, we said what we said about Coach Prime.
Yeah, the hell with him.
Yeah. Um, we talked about Caleb Williams. Okay. Let's see what else Chicago. Oh, Rome Odunsi,
Uh,
one of Penix's favorite targets.
hmm
How y'all think he gonna do this year for Caleb
Where'd he go
Williams?
to?
The Bears with
Oh,
Caleb
He went
Williams.
to
Chicago.
the Bears. Oh, you went to the Bears.
Mhm.
Okay. Mm. Well, I mean, like I said, Caleb Williams is getting set up. I mean, he's getting all the weapons now Justin Fields should have had, unfortunately. But that's
Mm-hmm.
why I said that, Caleb Williams has the best opportunity as a rookie to win rookie of the year and stand out because he's being set up properly. I mean, they got a phenomenal defense. Um, he got all the weapons in the world. It's just the guy from Washington, he's gonna have to he looked like he might be a third option, so he's gonna have to fight for some PT. He might end up even being a special teams player because they got so many free agent weapons over there now. So I think it's a great pick. It'd be a great opportunity for him to sit behind, some guys and learn. I mean, sit behind some vets, learn how to be a pro, and go from there. I'm sure he can come in and help out spottingly, but they didn't got so many good free agents there to where I think he's not gonna get too much PT. But I like the pick though.
Yeah, I like it too. I like how they trying to get weapons for Caleb. I like that. Other than what they try to do with Justin, what they ain't do nothing for Justin Fields like
At all.
at all. But main event Mark said, "Man, I wanted Fields to be in New England." Oh,
Oh, perfect. I got two questions for y'all. Here we go. Here we go.
let's get it.
All right. From my Carolina brethrens over here, my North Carolina brethrens. So, how y'all feel about Gerard Mayo, the new black head coach for the Patriots, drafting Drake May, second overall pick, to be their franchise quarterback? Do you believe Drake May is going to lead the Patriots to the promised land?
No,
That's my first question.
no,
I
not. He needs to sit behind somebody for at least 1 year.
No, it's not a no for me. It's a hell no. I mean, unless he gonna sit behind Billy Zappi and what the other one name was shucks. You think of the other one. Yeah, you confuse them two together.
Who? Who?
The one that went to
We
you
got our boy
said
Jacoby.
that boy
We got
said
Jacoby. We got
Bailey
Jacoby
Zappi.
over there. We got Jacoby.
Jacoby went back to the Patriots.
That's what I'm looking at right here.
Yeah, he signed back with him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep him 100. Belichick should have never traded him. Cause guess what? Once Brady left, and once Jimmy G went to the 49ers, truthfully speaking, it go to show you how good at the time he was as a coach that could get somebody to plug and play. Hell, he was winning with Jacoby. And he won with Jimmy
Mm-hmm.
G when Brady went down.
Mm-hmm.
He should
Yep.
have kept Jacoby as insurance for when Brady got hurt, but Brady didn't believe him. He should have kept Jacoby.
Man, I like Drake May, man. I love him being a Tar Heel, man, but he not all that. And I said the same thing with when people was hyping up Mitch Trubisky, and I said, man, your boy Watson is the best quarterback in this draft. I said, y'all better not do no stupid shit and take Mitch Trubisky over Watson, Deshaun Watson, but
They
they
did.
did, and they had. I mean, Mitch is what he is. He a backup quarterback. He's a average quarterback in the league.
He's
Hey,
But
Gardner Minshew. Oh, my.
hey, do not
yep,
call me Mitch Trubisky. It's Mitchell Trubisky.
right, whatever.
I'm like, damn. Your whole college career, they call you Mr. Trubisky. Why you didn't say that then?
All I know
Hey,
is Marquise Williams is one of the best quarterbacks we ever had at, uh, at
North
North
Carolina.
Carolina. He ain't get a shot
Shot.
mm,
at the NFL. That's before Lamar Jackson and Justin Fields and Mahomes and Josh Allen came over here and they're using implemented the running game um, more prevalent now. They just let my boy just. I'm like, bro, he got out. He got a strong arm. I know he's accurate, especially with the play action. You know what I'm saying? But people hyping up Mitch and Drake, but I've already seen the best quarterback that I've
And
seen
somehow
that wore
me and
that.
JB knew he was gonna be. He should have been. He was drafted in the right place. So like, we were drafting within the fifth or sixth round. So we was like, yeah,
Yeah, that,
they was trying to hype
I
him
mean
up as a
he
first round.
could be good though. He could be good in a couple of years if they develop him right. But they got this one boy. I'm gonna tell you one thing, Mark. Listen to me close. They got this one boy that me, Jared, and my pops like. His name is Joe Milton, and from Tennessee.
oh,
He
Joe
got
Milton.
a
Mm-hmm.
he got a
Mm-hmm.
rocket on him. He got that boy can throw
Mm-hmm.
it about 90 yards. So
Mm-hmm.
if May, I got love for Drake May, but if he go up there fucking up, that might be his ass.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Postman. Uh, my second question is, brothers, since we have our residential Pittsburgh Steeler on the panel, we talked about all of our teams and everything, but
Oh, there goes Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
you know, so we gonna now let I got another question for y'all. There's been some circulations, there's been some rumblings, there's been some grievances about folks saying that Mike Tomlinson is on the hot seat. That Mike
I,
Tomlinson, he ain't got, he's not producing and he's not doing what he's supposed to do, and they ain't won a Super Bowl in a long time. How do y'all feel that folks saying that Mike Tomlinson is on the hot
I'm
seat?
gonna tell you how I feel about it, Big Joe. Let him F around there and let him go. I'll take him in New Orleans in a hot second.
you
I
saying
mean,
what I'm
Mm,
about to
Yeah, I'll
say?
take him in Baltimore.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll take him in New Orleans right now to be real. Right now.
I know the Cowboys could use him too. I'm just saying.
Jerry ain't gonna
Mm,
hire him
no, no,
because he gonna challenge what the stupid shit Jerry do. So they not gonna hire
Yeah,
him.
they gonna
Nah,
bump heads.
But
Jerry Jones won't be in control.
look, look, look,
He want to be the owner, the general manager, and the head coach.
and the quarterback.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
If Jerry was
well,
younger, he would throw some pads on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely
back then
would.
they had nicknames like the Galloping Ghost and shit like. Oh man, so sick. But back to your question. Whoever talking about oh boy is on the hot seat, hot plate, whatever. Uh, they idiots because I seen when I was sure I said, you know what, this is the year that Pittsburgh is garbage. I seen him
Wasn't the former Steeler
compete.
that said that? Was it a former
Yes,
Steeler that said it? Okay.
I seen him compete with Les, with Duck Hodges,
At
with
quarterback.
Mason Rudolph. So I am kind of nervous. This is why I wanted Baltimore to do what they were supposed to do in the draft because the Steelers got a quarter actually because Russell Wilson still can play a little bit. I don't think he can just do all the stuff that Denver wanted him to do. But Pittsburgh runs a simple offense. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna play defense, and all they got to do, all Wilson got to do, is um, throw it to the right position. That's already scary because I know Wilson can do it. But what's got me terrified is the Justin Fields boy. I want Russell Wilson to start for the next 3-4 years. I hope he have terrific success because we always have success against um,
Russell Wilson.
Wilson. Fields, his game is similar to Lamar Jackson, not exactly like Lamar Jackson, but similar to Lamar Jackson. He can throw, and I know for a fact that Mike Tomlin gonna have that boy ready. Um, and it's gonna be scary. So yeah, let them go ahead and get rid of Mike Tomlin, so they can bring in
Speaking,
some coach, and they win 4 games with some
mm,
coach
they
that's
gonna
a offensive coordinator somewhere.
they no, they gonna bring in what old boy Chip Kelly. They gonna bring Chip
Chip
Kelly back.
Kelly,
They
Chip
gonna bring Chip
man,
Kelly back.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
y'all need to go watch that Deshaun
Oh,
Watson,
that was
Deshaun
hilarious.
McCoy. They
That was
talked about
hilarious.
how he single-handedly destroyed that Philadelphia team, and that Philadelphia
Hmm.
team was
He did it.
nice.
Yup.
Hmm.
Shady
Oh
McCoy,
yeah, Mike Vick, Shady
Deshaun
McCoy,
Jackson.
and DJ. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Hey, and he got rid of Deshaun Jackson for Riley Cooper.
Riley
And
Cooper and
they
his
got rid
one
of
boy,
Shady McCoy for Kirk Alonso, a
Yeah.
and then they
linebacker.
had this. They cut some good receivers like Jeremy Maclin, even though he was injury prone. But I would have kept a half of Jeremy Maclin over Jeff Maul from Oregon.
Wow.
Y'all don't
Mhm.
even remember who that is.
Who?
Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, Chip Kelly said it wasn't the players, it was his system. And you saw where his system ended up
Yeah, that same system took him to the Niners, and
and did
I guess
not.
it ain't work out there either.
And the thing about it is, he trying to run tempo. Dude, it's hard to run tempo when every time you look up it's 3rd and 10. And you
Facts.
got
Hey,
and you got one of the worst defenses in the NFL. All you're doing is letting your defense stay out on the field to die, you feel?
Bro, he think he got that college mindset. But that's what I'm saying. You can get away with that bullshit, right? And that's what I'm afraid about Prime. He got that mindset. But we gonna get off Prime. But that Chip Kelly, when he went in Oregon, when he out here there
yeah.
in Oregon, when Oregon they naturally recruit faster plays. You
Hmm.
can get away with that play call because y'all faster than everybody. When y'all had Mamba and all them dudes, you see what I'm saying? So I mean, come on, man. And
Yeah.
then in that conference, nobody played defense like that when he
Yeah.
was playing. So
Yeah. So hope that answered your question, Big Joe. But good question, man. I I'm I am in awe of the resourcefulness of Mike Tomlin, man. So Pittsburgh better not get rid of him.
I mean,
he
he's
get the
been there
best
what
out of
15,
everybody.
he's been there 15 plus years, never had a losing record. I mean,
Yeah,
What
we
what
can't
do you
say that
want?
about Bill. We can't say that about Bill. We can't say that about Bill Belichick, but
exactly.
And the roster's been trash.
yeah,
The
like I
rosters
said,
has been trash.
like I said, they have Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph got cracked over his head by Miles Garrett. You know what I mean? So you gonna call Miles Garrett the N word? Meanwhile, you got a black quarter, you got a black head coach. Yeah, all right, okay, okay.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. Like y'all, but I'm not gonna say nothing because whatever.
But speaking about Pittsburgh, Troy Fantanu, offensive guard from Washington.
He's a good tackle.
You think he's gonna do good for Pittsburgh this year as a rookie?
Yep. Yep. They went Pittsburgh went online this year specifically for the run game.
I think I think gonna be better than him though. Zach Frazier from West Virginia, and a lot of people boards he was the best center in the draft, even better than JPJ.
Nah, I think he was one of the best tackles in the league. I think Washington had the best two tackles in the nation. We drafted one of them. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, Troy Fantanu is not a tackle your guard, offensive guard.
oh well,
Pittsburgh got their supposed tackles. They were just having issues in the interior.
oh he was a okay. He was a guard. I don't know why I thought he was a tackle.
But guess who Pittsburgh drafted? JB Peyton Wilson.
Well, who?
The he was the fastest linebacker
He
from
fit.
NC
He fit
State.
that defense. He gonna be able to fly around. He gonna be able to cover. He gonna be. He's gonna be washed out the hole though. I mean, with the lineup we got, we gonna move him around. He's not gonna start though. He's gonna be on passing downs. He's a good third down linebacker where you gotta cover somebody, chase down, screens from behind, shit like that. He's a good linebacker, but first he's not a first, second down linebacker yet. Where he gotta get to the ball. I seen him getting washed down the line
Yep,
against linemen. So I mean,
yep, I've seen it
but
too.
he's a good linebacker though.
What you think, Big Joe?
To be honest, I don't know too much about him. But we say he's an offensive lineman, right? He's a guard tackle.
Yeah, we were originally talking about the offensive lineman. We strayed into their other pick, but yeah, we would originally talk about Troy Fantanu from Washington.
And, you can't go wrong with a lineman. Steelers is known for running the ball. Never been too efficient at doing that. Lately. So you can't go wrong with a high draft pick with a lineman. So I think that was a good pick. That no, and that's one of the picks where like he'll play for 15 years. And he'll be a cornerstone franchise player, kind of like Cam Hayward. So I think that was a good pick.
I agree. Sorry to admit it, but I agree. Coach, what you think?
Likewise, I'm gonna echo the same sentiments as Big Joe. Uh, the Steelers, this organization, they like to run the ball, they like to play good defense, and I think they picks a line with what and who they are as a team. So I think they did a good job.
I'm gonna go back to this. Big Joe, what you think about the Colts picking up Latu?
Man, I think that was a good pick. The Colts haven't had a good edge rusher since the White Freeney. I'm trying to remember some of the other, well, Freeney, and then also, what's the brother's name? He was a bald headed brother. He was a DN.
Robert
Robert
Mathis.
Mathis.
Robert Mathis, yeah, yeah. Since those two played, the Colts ain't really been, haven't had a good, edge rusher. I know they got the brother who was with the Niners. I think it was Armstead. I think.
DeForest
So
Buckner and
yeah, yeah,
they got old boy Grover Stewart. Shout out to the HBCUs.
yeah. So so
Yeah.
all
Albany
of the
State.
the Colts trying to get the D line together because they got to play CJ Stroud every year. What I mean. So you gotta get some guys who's gonna be able to rush the passer. So I think that's a good pick. It'd be interesting to see how he develops. Personally, I think he might be one of them guys that might have peaked out already. So I don't know how much more he's gonna grow as a pro. But they need some D linemen to play because they play CJ Stroud every year. So I think that was a good pick.
Okay, JB, what you think?
A dog. They got one of the best edge rushers and in the nation. Just like with Robinson, him and Robinson got like their army Swiss knives. If he's trying to rip you and you stop him, he got another move. He gonna spin on you. If you stop him with that, he got another move. He's going to find a way to get to your quarterback. So he's not like Chop and the rest of them where they're just going to use athleticism and strength to beat you, but they're going to use technique um, to get to your quarterback, and they're going to set you up.
A whole
So,
lot of chop slander going on in here. I see. Okay, I see you, Cole. I see you, JB. I see you.
I was about to
With
say,
the
yeah, I was like, yeah,
what what
yeah. I
what
was
the,
about
what
to
the
say the
chop
same
slander?
thing.
Okay, all right.
Who was
We're
your
gonna put some
pick?
money on this. We're gonna put some money on this.
bro,
You know what I mean?
bro, Penn State, bro, has scarred me, bro. I forgot to tell you, I didn't like the fact that we picked in the third round when that was supposed to be a receiver. We picked another damn Penn State defensive end, and I mean, I just, I mean, Chop is good. He had the exact same season as Adafe Owe. It seemed like his sophomore and season was better than his senior year. But he's flashed out to screen. He's one of them players where he's gonna flash out to screen because he's more athletic than everybody. But um, once he get in the league, we'll see. Like you said, maybe he'll get coached into being a player that we know he can be. But I mean, there's I like other defensive ends. There's no slander. Um, like I said, Latu and Robinson is is better.
Yeah, he looking kind of
Yeah,
skimpy on the sacks here. Only 4 sacks. Uh, uh, but I think he can be coached into being a premier uh, edge rusher. He has the athleticism to do so. Uh, Going to you, Coach. What do you think about
I think he a solid defensive end, but I'm gonna disagree with JP. I don't think he the best D end in his draft class. You know,
Latu?
yeah, you know, I kind of lean to my brother Big Joe. I think Chop the man too. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think overall, I think that was a solid pickup.
Well,
Okay.
I think both of y'all crazy as hell. So just want to throw that out.
Hey, time gonna tell.
time, time gonna tell. And I will say I do see where JB is coming from as far as the more um Latu. If you watch the tape, he does look like the more complete edge rusher, where he have more
Right.
counters for the tackle, especially for tackles like a Joe Alt or Marius Mims, uh, or even tackles in the NFL, Pro Bowl tackles. Um, Latu, to me, seems like the player that may fare better than Chop. Chop would just try to do like what Adafe Owe did with us. He'll try to run, just use his 4.3 speed to get around the corner. But when
I,
one of those, yeah, but when those tackles that know what they're doing get their hands on you, then they ain't really got no counters. So I do see what JB is talking about, but Chop Robertson may be green where he all he need is basically just to get coached up and he'll be fine.
right. I mean, this is all opinionated, of course. Jack Robinson may be the man, but you know what I'm saying. I just stick by what I see. But Chop is absolutely a great football player. Defensive end. I just, I don't know. I'm just scarred. Penn State defensive end have scarred me. So That's
Hey,
that's
hey,
all.
J, hey, JB, I hear you. I know where you're coming from because I'm gonna throw a player's name out there. I was so high on him. I'm like, oh yeah, this guy gonna be the truth.
Courtney Bryant.
Vernon Golston.
Mm.
Yes,
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Vernon. I was like, oh yeah, this guy is gonna be. He ran what? Jump what? Bitch what? He looks like a monster. Went out there. Hey, just didn't do it. And then you'll get a guy like a Jason Taylor. He ain't built like much, don't look like much. You know what I mean? So it's you can just never know.
And you right. To be fair, there have been defensive ends or defensive players where their stats may not been there for whatever reason, but if you watch the screen, they just and then they get in the NFL, they flourish. So Chop can do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think the Ravens was trying to do with Odafe Owe. You know, he ran a 4.4 for a defensive end, 260, 200, almost 70 pounds. But you know what I'm saying? He didn't really have no moves. So he tried to use his speed, and then when the you know a good defensive tackle would put
I mean,
his hands
offensive
on him, he
tackle.
would have no offensive tackle put his hands on him. He wouldn't have no other move. And I'm like, bro, we need to coach him to have a second, third, and fourth move, and that's what I see from Robinson and Latu. That's all I'm saying. I might be wrong. You brothers might be right, but uh, these Penn State defensive ends, man.
I hear you, brother. But yeah, but I mean, like you just sometimes, bro, you can just never know. There's a guy who can be. He don't look like much, and he can be a Hall of Famer. And there's some guys who can look like like my coach said, look like Tarzan and play like Jane. And then there's just some guys who are just act for whatever reason they're super athletically raw. They don't have the best coaching in college. They get them in NFL with a good coach, and then they become freaking natures. You know what I mean? So we
Y'all
gonna
remember
see.
Aaron Curry from Wake Forest?
Oh
Drafted by the
man,
Seahawks first round.
E. Smith alone.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'll give you even better example. I remember uh I'm not gonna even lie to you. With the boy they used to play for the running back that be on NFL matchup. Used to play for the Steelers, play running back. Hodges, Merrill Hodges, right?
Hmm.
I remember one year in the draft, he was like, Khalil Mack is gonna be a better defensive player than Jadeveon Clowney. I thought to myself, man, this dude don't know what the F he talking about. Bro, I kid
Yolanda,
you not.
what's up?
He
What up?
broke down, he broke down the game footage, and sure enough, he was right. Man, Khalil Mack ended up being a man in the NFL. Jadeveon Clowney was more physically talented, but kind of like what JB saying, uh Khalil Mack had more tools in his toolbox.
Yeah, Merle Hodge was definitely correct. I remember that. He was
Oh,
a
Jared, what's
prophet.
that boy? I don't mean to cuss at you, but what's that boy the Ravens was trying to get? We got out of Texas. We thought he was gonna be good, then he just
Sergio
fell off to
King.
me. Sergio Kendall. Yeah, yes. Everybody was high on him. Then he just
Hey, you got something playing in the background. That's why all that static, JB.
my fault.
Yeah, but shout out to Auckland LDTV. And of course, my fellow Baltimore Raven sister, Raven Talk with Yolanda. What's going on? Appreciate you stopping by.
Y'all go subscribe to her channel,
Yes, please do.
especially if you're a Ravens fan.
But y'all, man, we I know y'all want to get we of course those who are like, how come y'all ain't cover my team yet? My bad. Please charge uh charge to our head, not our heart. But we don't want to be here all day. I know this is Mother's Day, so I know y'all want to be around, uh, your mother or that mother figure in your life on this day. But so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I appreciate y'all, all the people that came in, show love. I appreciate all y'all. Um, Big Joe, let everybody know where they can meet you and see you.
As always, you can catch me on all LDBC platforms. You know, it's LDBC business around here. You can catch me on Jerry 11 Green channel. You can catch me on Culture channel. You can catch me Trill Wheel, Channel Loco, uh 78, BFTV, Hamburger Cheese whenever they pop up. Drew Ty. You can catch me everywhere where the brothers and where the families at. Salute
Yes,
to the
sir.
mighty LDBC. And you know what I mean? Hey, you know, I can't wait till training camp starts. You know, I remember when the season was playing, everybody was saying how these Thursday night football games is garbage, but I could show go for a Thursday night football game right now. I holla.
Yes, sir.
Facts.
Yes, sir. Just can't wait. And Mr. Southern himself, Mr. Southern Jaguar. Coach, let everybody know where they can meet you and see you.
They can catch you can catch me at Coach 67 Sports TV on all social media platforms, on Instagram, on X, which is formerly known as Twitter, TikTok. I have a Coach 67 Sports TV Facebook group. However, I'm primarily here on YouTube. Yesterday was episode 43 of Bayou Sports Talk. Y'all come check me out on my channel. Y'all have a blessed, phenomenal Mother's Day. Blessed, phenomenal evening. Catch y'all on the rebound. Peace and blessings.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And JB, I appreciate you being there for me and supporting me behind closed doors. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Happy Mother's Day. Y'all be blessed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. This was another installment of the Southern Baller Show. Y'all have a blessed day and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.